This conference will now be
So can
recorded.
you hear me? Yogesh and Monica?
Yep.
Yeah, right. Okay. So Monica, are you in the 7 a.m. group or దానిలో కూడా లేరా మీరు?
7 AM గ్రూప్‌లో ఉన్నానండి. ఇది ఈవినింగ్ జీఆర్‌సీలో గ్రూప్ లేదు నాకు.
ఓకే. ఓకే. యాడ్ చేయమని చెప్తాను మీ నంబర్‌ని దీనిలో కూడా. వై బికాజ్
ఓకే.
ఎప్పుడైనా డిలే అయినా కానీ, ఎప్పుడైనా నాకు కుదరకపోయినా ఐ విల్ జస్ట్ ఇన్ఫార్మ్ ఇన్ ద గ్రూప్ ఇట్సెల్ఫ్.
ఓకే.
అందరికి కామన్ గా ఒకటే మెసేజ్ పెట్టేస్తాను రైట్ దెన్ సో
ఓకే.
లెట్ us start the execution today. So today we are going to do the execution of rule set. How to create a rule set, we are going to do the task. So firstly, already we have created yesterday something called as a risk owner. Okay, so have everyone created their own risk owners? Yeah. Now let us start the execution. So go for the NWBC. So our execution completely rule set related execution. We will be maximum 95% doing in the NWBC only. So come to the NWBC, log in with your user ID, right? The font visible for you. Else I will just show you. Yeah. Now go for the setup. So in the setup, the first folder we are having is the access rule maintenance. Manage access rule set functions, access risk, and used to identify the access violation. That is, here itself we can maintain rule set, function IDs, and risk IDs, everything in the single place. Now going for the rule set, what is meant by rule set? Name of the table which we are going to create. So yesterday we have already given some name like Air India, I think we have given, right? Air India rule set. Go for the create option and give the rule set name. This is just the name of the table where all the risk IDs and function IDs combinations are available. So I am giving these as Air India RS. Okay, only Air India I am giving because the naming convention, the length is restricted to these many characters only. Now give some description. Rule set for Air India project and save the details here. So data has been saved successfully. Now, after creating the rule set, just close this entire thing. Next thing we have to create is here are the function IDs. What we have to create here? Function IDs we have to create. Just go for the create option. Okay. So just why it is by default coming small one, so just maximize this one and here give some function id, something like air underscore f1 I am giving. Okay, so give the description function id 1 for air india project. So we are creating a function ID here. After that, go for the business process. So for what is meant by business process? Modules. So I want to create for security module and go for the actions. And go here we are having something like add option. So go for add and here browse for the systems. So these all are the RFC connections that are available for us. So what is the RFC connection we have given? I think something like DRC to S4 HANA connection, something I have given. I don't even remember. So just I want to display what is the RFC I have created. Going for SM59. So here I should be searching only on the description only. The name is not available for me. So here's the yeah. So that's the name, not the description, right? Description also, did I give the same name? Okay. GRC underscore Krishna I have given. I think no. I think it's S4 HANA something I have given. I think this one. GRC underscore S4 HANA connection by Krishna is the description and this is the name. GRC underscore S4 HANA is the technical name and the description I have given is GRC underscore S4 HANA connection by Krishna. So I am doing configuration on what I have done. So just search for it. GRC underscore. So there will be, so this is the RFC connection. So that's why I have said description is also important. Go here and go for the actions. So what is meant by actions in SAP?
T
No,
codes.
transaction codes. So just browse here. So if you are getting in this way, here you should display the transaction codes. So if you are unable to get this one or the transaction codes through your RFC connection, the meaning is the RFC connection, or it is not able to sync the authorization data. So generally the task will be done automatically, but here we will see how to perform this action manually. Go for SPRO, go for GRC, access control, synchronization jobs, and go for authorization sync. Okay, and give your RFC here. So if we give our RFC connection here, GRC underscore ECC. So GRC underscore S4 HANA and execute this one. Then the system will start automatically syncing the authorization data. So then only we can display it, or else we cannot display the authorization data. So just a moment, it will take some time for performing this activity. Let us wait for a moment. So you should be, everyone must be syncing their own connection or the RFC thing. So in the meantime, we will do the refresh. So see, you should be getting in this way. If you are getting in this way, means the authorization data is keep syncing. So in the function one, I want transaction codes with SU. Just go for the filtration. So those transaction cards are not at sync. We can wait for a moment. For complete synchronization, it will take some time because there are more than 170 transaction codes and their authorization data in S4 HANA system. All the data must be synced step by step. So it will take some time. It's a very normal thing. Okay, it will at least take like around 2 to 5 minutes, or sometimes it does if there are many background process running, it may even take 10 minutes sometime. So hope so it won't take that time. So we can try once again. Go for the actions and go for SU star. Yeah, we got our data which we require. So in the function ID one, I am going to give some transaction codes like SU01, SU01D, okay, SU01, whichever are in the right side, they are selected. That's the thing. SU01D, SU02, SU03 in this way. So how many transaction codes you require? Those many you can just select in this way. So these are some of the transaction codes I have selected. So SU24. Now assign this one. So these are the transaction codes that are added in this function. Now, what is meant by permissions? Authorization data. If at all you want to give any authorization in the object level, you can give here. So every transaction code, object, field, and field value particularly. So right now I am giving in the transaction code level only. Just make it a simple thing. So in function ID 1, we have added some transaction codes. SU01, 01D, SU02, 03. In this way, we added some function IDs. So save the data. Data has been saved successfully. Now we required another function ID also. To create a risk ID, minimum we required some function IDs. Okay, go for the create option and create the function ID 2. Something like air underscore F2 I am giving. So select the business process. So this one I am creating for basis people or basis transaction codes I am adding here. Give some description here. Air India project function 2, function ID 2, and add the system. So whatever is your RFC connection, add it here. So GRC to, yeah, this is our RFC connection. Now here I am going to add some of the transaction codes related to basis. Like I am going for SCC star and go. So these all are the basis transaction codes we are having. Don't do it. So SCC1, SCC3, SCC4. In this way, some of the basis transaction codes I am adding here. Okay, so you can add as many as you require. So after adding these transaction codes, just save the function ID. Okay. So just save the data, whatever things you have given, because you must be using the risk analysis concept till the end of the GRC. We are going to perform multiple risk analysis. So try to save all the data so it will be easy for you only. This is not yours. Tomorrow I'll do this one. Segregation of everyone. Everything is somewhat like clumsy it has become. Yeah, it's okay. I will check it tomorrow. So here just saving this data. So, on a notepad, on a stick note, I am just going here. Everything is clear. So here we have created a rule set called, what is the rule set name? Air India rule set. And what is the function ID one we have created? Air underscore F1. So what are the T codes we added here? SU01, SU02, SU03, SU01D, and SU10, SU22, I guess. These are the things we added here. And nextly, we have created second function ID, air underscore F2. So here we added transaction codes like SCC1, SCC2, SCC3, SCCL, SCC5, SCC8. In this way, we have added some set of transaction codes. So rule set we have created, function IDs we have created. Next, what is the task? What should we create next? Risk IDs, exactly, good. So we have to create something called as a risk IDs next. So let us create some of the risk IDs here. So we are having two functions. So your data may not be displayed here because someone wrote the queries. So just making it as universal. So all the queries, so all the function IDs you can display. If at all you want to display only your function IDs, means here you are having. Okay. Okay, someone has created similar one. It's okay. These are the function IDs which we have created. Air F1, Air F2. These are the two function IDs which we have created. Okay. Now next task is create a, so if the complete synchronization is done, you will be getting this one. Okay, close this thing, and now go to the this tab, close this one. Now next one you have to go is the access risk. Here we are going to create a risk ID. Go for the create option, give the risk ID which you want to give. So I am giving as air underscore R1. So it must be set as the segregation of duties only. Why? Because we are selecting multiple transaction codes. And next one is the business process. So you can give anything basis or security. Here we have selected hybrid. So just selected randomly. Give some description here like risk ID for Air India. After giving these details, select the risk level. High, low, medium, whatever is your risk, you can give it. I am selecting for a high level of risk. So, what combination you are going to get high level of risk? By combining two function IDs. What are the function IDs? That are air F1 and air F2 are the function IDs. So, just go for air star and go. So these are the two function IDs which we need to select in this way. So two function IDs I am selecting here. By combining these two function IDs, we are going to get the R1. So where we are going to arrange all this data in what is the table name? We are having, yeah, rule set is the name of the table. That is Air India is the name of the rule set we have created. Just browse the data. So anywhere it is the same thing. Don't give anything manually. Always browse and assign. Okay. So the system has become suddenly slower. Okay. Go for the access risk. Someone must have activated the thing. Okay. Just wait for a moment and create a risk ID here. Okay, it is resume. So if at all you get in this way, like you are unable to select anything like open, create anything, just go for define new queries, go for next, 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 and close, finish, and all the options will be unlocked for you in this way. Okay, now create it, create a risk ID here. So air underscore R1 risk type segregation of duties. So select any business process, give a description. Whatever is star, you should be giving mandatorily. You cannot skip it. So risk ID for Air India project. So if at all you want to give any additional notes, you can use these fields in the right side. Okay, it is a high level of risk at the function IDs. So Air F1 and Air F2 you can add here. So two function IDs I am adding here. Go for the rule set. Now add the rule set. Whatever is your rule set, you should be adding here. So my rule set name which I have created is Air India. Rule set for Air India project. You can create your own project, Adani project or TC or something, Reliance project, anything. Or you can put even your own name. Just create it. After that, assign the risk owner. So go for the add option and browse it and select the risk owner. Who is our risk owner? Air India RO is our risk owner. So by this I am done with all the configuration. Now what I need to do? Execution. So for doing the execution, where do I need to start right now? NWVC, what you are going to perform here? Hmm? ఏం ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేస్తారు అసలు ఇక్కడ వాట్ ఆర్ యూ గోయింగ్ టు ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ హియర్ వీఆర్ డన్ విత్ ద కాన్ఫిగరేషన్ సో వాట్ వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ okay rule set execution or performing risk analysis so for whom we need to perform risk analysis for a user's roles and profiles that are available in your RFC connection, either ECC system or the S4 HANA system. So for that, we required a user ID in the S4 HANA system. Okay. So log in here and create a user ID. The rule is he should violate our risk IDs. Then only we will get the reports. Okay. So firstly create a user ID. So I am giving some like Air India underscore ARA I am going to give. Just create this user ID. Just give the last name and the password. Okay. So for risk analysis purpose, I am creating this user and just generating some random password. I will be not using this user ID. Save this one. Now create a role for this user ID. So go for PFCG and create a role for this user. So Z underscore Air India. Okay, R1 role 1 I am creating. So in this single role itself I am adding all the transaction code that he is going to violate SU01, SU01D, SU10 and SCC1 and SCC2. So I am adding my transaction codes in this way. So SCC3. Okay. So these are the transaction codes I have added here. Assign the transaction codes and just generate the profile. With full authorization, I can just generate the profile and going to assign this to the user. What is the username? Air India underscore ARA. Okay, do the user comparison here. Do the full comparison and save the data here. Now, to get all this user data here, again we should perform something called as the synchronization. Okay, it's a common thing which we have to do. Okay, so just log off from the backend system. So if you are a GRC consultant, other than GRC consultant, it may be S4 HANA system, ECC system, CRM system, anything. Those are our backend systems only. We should be calling them as backend systems. So just go and do the synchronization in the GRC system. Go to SPRO, go for SAP reference IMC, go for GRC access control, and here we are having synchronization jobs. Here we should be choosing the option called respiratory object sync. Note a point that these all activities like these synchronization jobs are taken care by the basis people. So they will be putting some real-time synchronization like a repeated activities like for every 10 minutes or for every 1 hour the data gets automatically synced for every RFC. They will run the programs, but here we will do manually itself. So this is our RFC connection, and here roles, profiles, users, everything should be synced. Again, it is going to take some time to execute this program. So all newly added data. So this is the first time activity, right? So it is going to take some time. So if it is already synced and we are doing for the second time, then it will take some only sometime only newly added data it will sync, but now it is going to sync all the data from starting, so it will take some time. So in the meantime we have one more activity to perform. So just log in and go for SPRO itself. And here go for the GRC axis control. In the axis control, go for the axis risk analysis folder and go for the SOD rules and go for the generate the rules option. So here you should be giving the risk ID. Whatever risk ID you have created, you should just assign it here. The risk ID we have created here is air underscore F1. Give the risk ID here and you go for the execute option. So the risk ID should be generated. The program will run. Okay, hope so it is the activity is done. I am not getting anything here. We will check it, no problem. AF1.
You have to
So
give a
right,
function ID
it
or
is
a
not
object
done
ID.
because the name is R1, right? Right. So air underscore R1, just execute this one. So rules generated successfully. We should get this pop-up. We have to generate the rules which we have done. In the meantime, so the data is also synced here. Now go for NWBC and just refresh NWBC once. Why? Because we have performed some new activities in SPRO. Whenever we customize in SPRO, here we should be always doing. Now come to the axis risk. Okay, once. So again, this was closed. Define the new query. Next, 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 finish. And again, here also generate the rules. Okay. So select the rules which we have created. Air R1, Air R1. So multiple selections I am not sir. Just selected the two function IDs which we have created and go for generate rule option in the foreground. So if it is a big program, we can run in the background. It is a short program only, so I am running in the front end system only. So just confirm this one. So the rules are generated. See the rules which are generated for us. You can see all the functions that are created for us. So rule number one, SU01, SCC1 risk generated. So risk, all the probabilities are generated by combining these two function IDs. Now it's so did you understand this step? No? Okay. So what we have done is generating the rules. Okay. ఇప్పుడు whatever configuration function id 1 plus function id 2 we are generating. So in function id 1 how many transaction codes we are having, like 5 to 6 transaction codes. In function id 2 we are having 5 to 6 transaction. So how many combinations we are having, around 25 to 30 combination. So every combination is generated here in this way. Okay, so still understood or having any doubt? For suppose we have two transaction codes in function ID one transaction code in function ID two. So how many risks will be having here? Two risks. So you will display those two risks here. We are activating those two risks here. Okay, or else I will be giving you on a document. It will be more clear for you. So this is not which we have created, but you will understand this one. So in function ID 1, there are three transaction codes. In function ID 2, there are four transaction codes. So when we will be getting the risk, when we combine SU01 plus PFCG. Okay, SU10 plus PFCG. Okay, SU01D plus PFCG. So three risk. Again, fourth risk onwards. SU01 plus SE16. SU01D plus SE16. So whatever combinations available in both the transaction code, everything we are having the risk. The same thing you are able to display here, generating the risk IDs. That's it. Maximum number of risks by combining these two function IDs, everything we have got here. Now it's time to perform the risk analysis. So simply go for access management and go for user level risk analysis here. So now I am performing risk analysis for the user. Here are the some of the details we have to give here. First is, what is your RFC connection? Just select your RFC connection, that is GRC S4 HANA. And what is the user you want to perform the risk analysis, that is Air India Star. I am not giving directly. See the method. I am just selecting in this way. So the new data, I guess it is not synced here. So we have created something like Air India ARA, right? So that is the user ID. I guess the new data is not synced. We will check it once again. So, did we give any spelling mistakes? I think no. So once check the user ID which we have created. If there is, so sometimes I may accidentally give some spelling mistakes also. So go to SU01 and select the user ID. I think it's the Air India ARA only. And there is some issue with the synchronization. We will do once again. Air India underscore ARA. So it was created the server time 23/8. Okay, no, not a issue. So here the username is not available. No, once go back. So once again do the synchronization job. Sometimes the server names may be issue you will be getting. So, so see here, what is the server time here running? 22/8. So the two server timings are different. There they are say it is 23, but in this server it is 22 only. So one day before 1 day data only we are going to get. So to avoid these type of conditions, just go for synchronization future data also. Select this advanced option and do the execution. Okay, now once again try this one, or else what if at all we don't get once again, only option is do the full synchronization. It will take lot of time. So we will try once again. User level risk analysis, give the RFC connection. Okay. So whatever is your RFC connection, just provide it here. Sorry. And once again, try to search your user ID. So, A star and search for it. No, it is not listed it. So no problem. So we will do it tomorrow. No problem. What we have to do is just come into the synchronization data and perform the full synchronization mode. It will take a lot of time, at least 5 to 10 minutes, and just select all the options and execute this one. It will take at least 10 minutes, sometimes even 15 minutes time. Execute after you create your data, then just execute this one and just leave it. This is only one time action. When you do from the second time, it won't take that time, that thing. So tomorrow we will perform the risk analysis. Okay, so just give the details and run the program. The risk analysis will be done. We will do it, no worries. So tomorrow we will do the risk analysis. Okay, for the users. So tomorrow's session we do risk analysis for user, risk analysis for role, risk analysis for profile, followed by the risk stimulation for user, roles and profiles. All the things we are going to discuss, and we will have more time also to perform. I will clear the doubts whatever having if while creating all this data, and after that we will do something called as the theory for the removing the risk. How to remove the risk? What are the steps involved? So one last time I will try for this synchronization of the. I need the user data to get. If the user data is available, it won't take. It will be just taking less than. So it is saying. I don't know why we got this earlier. You won't get. So let me once check. So generally it will take a lot of time. I don't know why I got pop up that early. No. So we will check it, or else just for practice purpose we will use any other user ID. It is fine. So just I want to show you how it is going to work. So I am going to select any user. So this is one of the user, followed by what is the level of risk you want. I want all levels of risk, and here is the rule set. By following which rule set you want to perform the risk analysis. By doing the rule set for Air India project, here go for the technical view only. Risk analysis, action level and the permission level, run in the foreground. This program, if there are any risks involved, you will be getting here. Right now there is no risk involved. I think there are no transaction codes here. We will try the global risk analysis. Okay, it's okay. We will perform this task tomorrow. So by tomorrow, the task which you have to perform is create a rule set. Okay, create function IDs, risk IDs, and create a user ID and function ID, and do the full synchronization. I will check it while we are getting the synchronization error here. Okay, tomorrow we will continue from the risk analysis. So till here, if anyone having any doubts, you can ask me now. We are having a lot of time. Any one of you? In the risk analysis configuration, if you are having any doubts, you can ask me. Firstly, from the online, anyone having any doubts? Yogesh, Monica, Ramya, did you understand the concept?
Yes.
Okay. You too? Yeah. Ramya, collect your server details from the consultancy. I hope so. They said that still you have not yet collected. Start the practical part. Right. Any other doubts? So if you are not having any doubts, I will be ending the session. We'll be meeting tomorrow at 8 p.m. Okay? Right. So tomorrow's class thing we are going to do is risk analysis and risk redemption, risk mitigation, risk stimulation. If the time permits, mitigation theory also, sorry, yeah, mitigation theory also we will start. Okay? Right. Right, everyone. We will be meeting tomorrow at 8 p.m. Have a nice day. So do the practical part. Don't skip it.